It's showtime, folks.
Absolute ass. Hawks dropped 4-3 the Vegas Golden Knights in a shootout. Man, that's a tough one. I thought Hawks played a really nicely played game. Thought they deserved to come away with this one, but unfortunately, they're now able to finish an overtime shootout once again. Past regulation has been tricky for the Blackhawks this year, man. I don't know what it is at the overtime and shootout. We just cannot win past regulation. We cannot win past the 60-minute mark. Blackhawks should have won that overtime. The Hawks dominated that overtime. They dominated the chances, dominated possession, dominated shots. I mean, at one point it was effectively a 3-on-2 because a Vegas player, I think it was Theodore, didn't have a stick. So Hawks should be able to finish that game in overtime there. They have Bedard and Nazar in that group out there on the ice as well. Labshinov, like that threesome should be able to finish the game. Unfortunately, weren't able to do so. Carter Hart stood on his end in overtime. And yeah, he's able to get to the game to a shootout, and then that's where Shea Theodore puts the game away for the Golden Knights. So, tough one. Hawks get a point at least. Hawks do get a point in this one, but Hawks should have got 2 points in this one. Frankly, the game should have even went past regulation in the first place if we would have just lasted another 2 minutes, another 3 minutes, letting up another goal late to not finish the game, 60 minutes. So, definitely a game Hawks could have easily come away with 2 points. Thought they deserved it. Thought they played a nice game on the road especially. Road game, 9 o'clock, at Vegas. That's a tough game. Tough opponent. So all things considered, I think the Hawks played a nice game. But yeah, unfortunately, now they come away with the result that we were hoping for. But getting into it, chronological order, Carter Hart, the big storyline this one is Carter Hart return to action. Obviously hadn't played since 23-24 season. He was a part of the 2018 Team Canada incident. So, he's back now for what it's worth. I'm not going to speak too much about it. It's not really my place. Found innocent in court. So he's back. He's on the ice again. Again, I'm not going to get into it too much. We can all have our opinions on it. But yeah, Carter Hart back. Of course, the Vegas Golden Knights would be the organization to sign Carter Hart. I mean, of all organizations, I think Vegas is probably the most fitting. But let's just talk about the hockey today. Hart had a pretty nice game, it must be said. He played well, big reason why Vegas won this game. So got give him credit there. But yeah, getting started in the first period there. Knights get the early lead right away. It was an unlucky bounce off of a Wyatt Kaiser skate there. Would be the first, not the last time we'd see an unlucky bounce off a Blackhawks defender skate in this one that'll lead to a Vegas goal. So that was pretty early on in the game, like less than a minute in. So similar to the last game. Hawks let up a goal pretty early into the game. So not the start you're looking for there, but it was unlucky. I mean, it's an unlucky bounce. So I'm not gonna, it is what it is. It's not like the Hawks weren't ready to play. It was an unlucky bounce. So and to their credit, the Hawks respond right away. And Oliver Moore sniped less than a minute later. Beautiful goal from Oliver Moore. He took advantage of the time and space there and picked his poison there, picked his target, and just sniped one past Carter Hart. So both goalies laying in the first shots of the game, and which leads to believe it's going to be a high-scoring, high-flying game. And this game was a high-scoring, high-flying game. Really exciting game all around. This was an absolute cinema game. Regulation, overtime, shootout, everything about this game was fun. Really fun hockey game. So the game settled down a bit after that. Alvin Moore ties the game up. The game starts to settle down a little bit. Good to see Moore get the board, though. I mean, he's been playing super well. Good to see him get rewarded for his play. What is that now? 7 points, 14 games for him, something like that. So Moore's having a pretty similar season to what Frank Nazar had last year, which is what you want to see out of Alvin Moore. I'd say he's a Frank Nazar level talent. So he's getting more and more confident. Love his speed, love his forecheck. Moore's been fantastic ever since he's been called up. So yeah, again, frankly, probably didn't even need to start the year in Rockford. He probably could have just started the year in Chicago the way he's looked, but better late than never, and he's been fantastic. So I can't say enough good things about Alvin Moore. Love him that second line, Frank Nazar. And once Frank Nazar is able to get back going, I think he and Alvin Moore are going to be a fun connection to watch pretty much all year. So that line was good today. The Moore Nazar Bertuzzi line was very good. Hawks get a power play shortly after the Moore goal. Knights killed off pretty easily. Hawks power play was ass in this game. They get another power play right after that. Don't cover on that one as well. It was another disorganized power play. Bedard had a nice look. That was about it. I think there was one shot on both power plays combined. So Hawks power play was rough in this one. They go 0 for 5. I mean, if you're just looking for one of those power plays, this game doesn't go to overtime. Hawks come away with the win. So you have 5 power plays. You got to find the puck back in the net, at least one of them. So the biggest reason why the Hawks lose this game, I think, is the power play, which otherwise has been great this year. I mean, I think it was 6 going into this game. So power play's been great otherwise, but was not great in this game, unfortunately. And a big reason why Hawks don't come away with this one. The Vegas PK showed out. So is what it is there. But you could tell right away in that first period, Bedard was going to have a big game. You could tell. he was snake bitten this game quite a bit because that first period he was flashing, man. He was making plays, making moves. You could tell the confidence of swagger was there. So he was playing confident, which he's been playing confident all year. So to be expected. The ESPN commentators are making quite a point of it. It's like, bro, if you've been watching all the Hawks games this year, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Gotta say, once again, not the best ESPN broadcast. The announcing in this game left a lot to be desired, to be honest with you, but again, it's ESPN. But yeah, that was pretty much everything that happened in the first period. Second period begins. Hawks take an early penalty. They get the kill. PK was fine. PK wasn't a problem in this game. Power play was, but PK was fine. Vegas takes a penalty pretty much right after that. Hawks have a third chance on the power play, and once again are unable to convert. So that's 0 for 3 now on the power play. I mean, and right away you look at that, it's like, man, you're going to regret not being able to take advantage of one of those opportunities in the power play. And sure enough, they would go on to regret that later in the game. But yeah, after that third power play, Hawks get on the board once again. Tyler Bertuzzi strikes on a brutal Carter Hart turnover. Carter Hart came way out of his crease to try to play the puck, turns the puck over to Bertuzzi, and he buries it for a garbage goal. Bertuzzi, man, right place, right time. Like, Bertuzzi's the dictionary definition of right place, right time. The Knights do challenge it for offsides, but Bertuzzi did tack up at the blue line, so there was no problem. Goal stood. I believe that's goal number 14 in the year for Ty Bertuzzi. So he's been cooking amongst the most goals in the NHL in the last month or so. So he's been up there. Has had a hot streak, multi-point game for him, 23 points, 23 games in the year. So Bertuzzi having a career year back with his old coach in Detroit, Jeff Blashill. I think having a nice impact there. And he's been great. That's the thing. Like, for the Hawks, they've had the secondary scoring this year. They haven't had in years past. And Bertuzzi's been a big part there. So no, he's been fantastic. He's been he underrated for his positional play, his stick play. Just his hockey IQ is underrated from Tyler Bertuzzi, right? He's not the fastest guy of all time. He's not very fast at all, but he just knows where to be. He knows where to go. He's a smart player. He puts himself in the right situations, the right places. Like, the puck just finds Tyler Bertuzzi. So, and he's taking advantage of it right now. I mean, this is a career streak for him right now. I believe he has 12 goals his last 13 games, and that's doesn't even sound real, but it is real. That's just the way he's been playing. So gotta give kudos to Bertuzzi there for sure. Hawks get a power play out of that failed Knights challenge. Don't convert. Once again, do not convert. Although Nazar took a penalty right after that, pretty much negated the power play. So, not a great penalty there from Nazar. I believe it was a hook. Not his best game. Still feels like he's playing a little off, man. He did have an assist in this one, but just feels like just the swagger, the usual swagger, the speed just isn't quite there. He's on a pretty long goalless drought right now. So I want to see Frank Nazar get back going here. That's definitely a storyline for me right now. He's still putting up points. He's still putting up production. I mean, he's playing good. He's just not been... Frank Nazar was fantastic to start the year. It feels like since the injury, he just hasn't quite been himself. So hopefully see him get back going here soon. I think he just needs to get the monkey off the back. Once he breaks that goal drought, I think he'll get back going and no issue, right? So not too worried about Frank, but want to see him get back going here because I think he has more to give right now. So after that, Vegas ties the game late in the second period. You hate those late second period goals, man. It's like you just want to get to the end of the period, right? And once again, this is a deflection off of a Blackhawks defender's skates. This time it's Matt Grzelcyk who had a brutal game. Matt Grzelcyk was not good in this game. That's the second Vegas goal that came from a Blackhawk in this game. So effectively, this is a 4-0 Blackhawks game because all 4 goals from this game came off of Blackhawks. 2 for us, unfortunately, 2 for them. So, and unlucky. Like, this is like, I hate to be a luck merchant, a PDO merchant, but in terms of luck, like, the Blackhawks were the unluckier team in this game. Like, 2 of Vegas' goals just should not have happened. It's just wrong place, wrong time. Hey, sometimes you got to create your own luck in this game, though, right? And good teams, luck tends to find them. And for Vegas, right, sometimes put the puck in the right spot and it'll go in. So, it doesn't always have to be pretty, right? So, I'm unlucky there for the Blackhawks, once again, is what it is, though. Going to the third period. Third period is when this game really, really gets rolling. Third period onwards, this game was absolute cinema. I felt like a playoff game. Atmosphere that Vegas arena was pretty cinematic. A lot of Blackhawks fans there as well. Blackhawks fans traveling well in Vegas, which shouldn't really be a surprise. It's not a shocker. And this is when Connor Bedard strikes with maybe his best goal of the season, one of the best goals of his career. Takes advantage of the time and space on a one-on-one and just beats out the defender with a nice slick move with the stick, and then just goes top cheese on Carter Hart, picks his poison, bar down ski, and then the celly afterward. The Showtime celly from Bedard. Oh, No, this was a statement goal from Connor Bedard. You could tell, like, he was going to get something out of this game. Bedard was playing way too well in this game to not get some sort of production out of it, goal, assist, what have you. So he was definitely due in this game. He had a lot of shots, opportunities that Carter Hart early in the game wasn't able to convert. So he was due he was due to break out in this game, and he finally gets on the board for what should have been the game-winning goal. This should have been the game-winning goal. I'm frustrated that it wasn't. The Hawks shouldn't be able to finish the game. They should have been able to finish the game. They get a power play after that, too. It's like, you're thinking, you get the power play, okay, here's a time to get some insurance. It felt like the Hawks had to get some insurance because you knew the Vegas was going to have a push. You knew Vegas was going to have a push late in the game. Hawks had to get some insurance in the power play. Unfortunately, the Hawks, for the 5th time in the game, failed to convert the power play. I mean, they had 5 chances in this game to really put the game away and were unable to do so in the special teams. So, for what's otherwise been great for the Blackhawks this year, the power play let them down in this game, unfortunately. And pretty much, not long after that power play, Vegas ties up the game late, get multiple opportunities there, multiple rebounds up for grabs there. You got to clear the puck there. You got to clear the puck, right? Like Spencer Knight did what he could there. He did what he could, made multiple saves. He saved the first shot. He saved the second shot. I think it was a 3rd or 4th opportunity there on the rebound. And Vegas ties up the game. Just bad coverage on that 3rd Vegas goal there. That was a very avoidable goal, very avoidable. Puck should have been cleared. Too much puck watching there. Too much puck watching from the Blackhawks defenders, Blackhawks players, and Knight was just left out to dry. Spencer Knight was completely left out to dry in that 3rd Vegas goal. So definitely the most avoidable goal of the game for sure. Yeah, that one was frustrating. That one was very frustrating. So, and frankly, the reason this game went to overtime, and it was completely avoidable. So, after that Bedard goal, just the momentum that gives you, it's like you gotta put the game away. So, very frustrating there. And as a result, the game goes to overtime, and now I'm already thinking, well, we're fucked because this Blackhawks team, as we know, has not been good past 60 minutes. Overtime shootout has been a struggle for this team, and the Hawks, to their credit, one of their better played overtimes of the year. They actually had the majority of possession. They had the majority of shots. They had Vegas hemmed in their zone. Had multiple opportunities to put this game away. Were unable to do so. Carter Hart, to his credit, did stand on his head in that overtime. Spencer Knight was good too. Spencer Knight made some big saves. It was definitely a goaltending battle. Spencer Knight versus Carter Hart in that overtime. Those two put on a show. That was a great overtime. And frankly, that overtime made me think, and I've said this before, we don't need the shootout anymore. The shootout, the skill is no longer needed. I think 3-on-3 overtime is one of the best things the NHL has done in the modern era. I love it. So much better, so much more time and space, so much more entertaining than 4v4. And a better way to finish the game. 3-on-3 is a far superior way to end the game versus the shootout, right? If it were me, instead of 5 minutes of 3-on-3, do 10 minutes, and then if nobody converts, then you could call it a draw or a tie. Or maybe you still do the shootout. You can still do the shootout if it's after 10, but frankly, 10 minutes of 3-on-3, I would think 90% of the time, I think the game would come to a conclusion. I would think 10 minutes of 3-on-3, that should be enough to finish the game. If you still need a shootout after that, fine. It would even greatly, it would lessen the amount of shootouts even more, right? There was a lot more shootouts when it was 4v4 overtime. There's a lot less now of 3v3, but frankly, I still think there's too many shootouts. If it were me, I would raise the length of the overtimes, and I know that would fuck with the TV windows and stuff, though, so it's probably not going to happen. And I think the NHL, they still want the shootout in the game. As long as there's less of them, they still want them in the game. There's still enough value to them, right? So I don't think they're going to take away the shootout. But frankly, I just think shootout is such a shit way to end the game. It's just such a it's like flipping a coin, man. It's 50-50. It's mostly comes down to puck luck. I don't love shootouts as a way to decide a game, man. If we won this game, I'd probably be glazing the shootout. But no, I'm not just saying it because of the result, though. But the game goes to a shootout. Shea Theodore seals it for Vegas. Connor Bedard did score a nice goal in the shootout. So he had 2 unofficial goals in this game. Beautiful goal from Bedard in the shootout, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Vegas converts twice, Hawks convert once. So Vegas comes with the game in the shootout there, unfortunately. It's tough. Again, I thought the Hawks deserved this one. I thought it was a pretty evenly played game, but I thought the Hawks had the edge. If I had to give a slight narrow edge to a team, I think the Hawks were the better team in this game. I thought they deserved this game. I thought they played well. Again, especially considering you're playing an opponent like Vegas, one of the top teams in the league when they're fully healthy, which they are right now for the most part. Yeah, so from that perspective, I think the Hawks, played strongly. Good start to the road trip, right? 4-game road trip here. It's a big road trip, right? Big road trip. Would have liked to come away with this one, get consecutive wins, go streaking here. Tough one to not come away with. There's been a few games this year. Too many narrow edges. too many close games that we've come out on the wrong end of it, unfortunately. So just one of those things, a young, rebuilding team, it's going to take time. It's going to take time to come away with these close games, to come away with these overtime shootout scenarios, right? It's going to take time. That's where the experienced teams definitely have the advantage in those types of situations and in the game. So just one of those things we're going to have to learn and get there. But it is what it is. Hawks lose with Bedard goal. Has now 17 goals in the year for Connor Bedard. 17 goals, 21 assists, 38 points, 26 games. So, hey, any game where Bedard gets some production, it's not a complete loss, right? It's not a complete loss. Hawks get a point. If I believe they're tied for the playoff picture right now. Maybe they're the first team out, 28 points. So still in the playoff picture, right? So you like to see that. And so it'll be a big test on this road trip. We got the Kings next on Thursday, right? So that's another solid team right there, another solid playoff team. So that'll be a good test. Another 9 o'clock game, another late 9 o'clock game. Which this one was a late one, is 9 o'clock, and then it goes to overtime shootout. So late post game here. Not sure how much views it's going to get, but hopefully we'll get some in the morning. But next game will be back Thursday. Hawks Kings. It should be a good one as well. All the Kings tend to play pretty boring hockey, to be honest with you. So that one actually could be a snoozer. This one was not a snoozer. For a late West Coast game, this was the opposite of a snoozer. This was a fun hockey game, fun one to watch. Kind of had a playoff type feel to it. A lot of energy at both sides. It was a fun game to watch. So not a lot of complaints in that regard. It was a frustrating, heartbreaking loss, but it was a fun game, so I'm not too mad about it, right? Obviously we know the outcome didn't go the way we wanted, but it was a fun game. I enjoyed watching it. It was a good time. Hawks played well. Hawks played a good game in this one. It's not like you can look at this one and think, oh, like the Hawks gave it their all in this one. A couple bad segments, like couple missed opportunities, but a couple bounces go our way, and we come away with this one. So this is not a loss I'm not upset about. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. I'm going to keep this one shorter and sweet. It's a late one, like I said, so I'll get this one up as early as I can. So we will be back next Thursday for Blackhawks Kings at LA. So we'll be back here then for that. So should be a good one. And that's all I got for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Like this video around, share it around friends, family. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I believe we've hit 677 subs on the YouTube at the time of this recording. So we appreciate that a lot. The support means the world. I really appreciate it. Justin Lynch, Bjork Beams out. We will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.